Okay, so today's different. I am not really doing a sermon today. God called me to do something different. Alright, so nudge, if you know the feeling, you know when God's nudging you to do something. It's not your mind. I had been reading, most of as much of the Bible as I could today to stay in with it. And then he kept telling me I needed to put something out there today. A message, more or less. So I'm gonna try to make this as short and truthful as possible. When it comes to my life and what I went through, God saved me so many times that it weighs in my mind. If you don't know much about me, you don't know any of the things I'm about to say. So here we go. One of the biggest things in my life is I tried learning to swim, and for the life of me, I just never could swim. And no one knows how many times I literally physically almost drowned it. And God pulled me out. And I thought about it this year and I was like, I didn't do that. God did that. Because I don't even remember moving my arms and pulling myself out. And then there's other instances where God saved me. I could have died so many times. And so many people in this world are focused on the worldly things. We should be focused on God. Alright? Because there comes a point in so many of our lives where we didn't focus on God enough and we just didn't want to, or maybe we were living in fear. I was living in fear, I'll be honest. So many times. Like one other thing I'll share. I'm not gonna share all the times that happened. Cause there's a list. Alright. One other time I almost died, and I'll be honest, I had been using a substance you may know by the name of THC. Alright, now this is probably something most people aren't going to expect me to say. When I was using it, and if you know what THC is, I don't have to explain nothing else. But if you don't, go look it up. Alright, that's all I'm going to say on that. I have asthma, and by this point, my asthma was getting so bad this night. My face turned so blue, people were thinking I was going to die. I was close to it. I was deprived of total oxygen. And those who have asthma, like you shouldn't even smoke cigarettes. Like it's a no-go, right? It's terrible for your lungs and your breathing if you have asthma. So you know where I'm going with this. So by this point, my sister and well, no, my sister, she was the one that was telling my brother, "You need to get him an inhaler now." She was also telling my mom that, and my brother even told my mom. Long story short, I did get the inhaler. But God that night, He was the one who actually kept me alive. I should have died. Like the moment I lost oxygen the way I did, I should have been dead. I should have not even been able to breathe. This is what most people don't get. God puts oxygen in our lungs. He keeps us alive when we think we're gonna die. You can ask God for anything, but don't ask Him for the things of the world. The things of the world are nothing. Alright? You wanna know what is something? I wake up every day. I can ask God, help me with my ADHD, help me with my anxiety, help me with my asthma, help me with my autism or this or that. And I got a list of disabilities. I don't care what it is. If I'm struggling with something new and God helps me realize what it is, I ask Him for help. What do you ask family for when you're struggling with growing past something or getting over it? You ask them for help. Ask God for help. Get a relationship with God. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Him. There are so many instances. And then this last year, I think it was around this year actually, I got to a point where I was so depressed I was about to actually take my own life. I don't admit it enough. What I had gone through and done was stupidity. So if you were here today and you hear me, then call out to God. Talk to Him. Too many people just ask Him for what they want, not what they need. Talk to Him. Treat Him like a human being. Jesus died on the cross for our sins. And if you hear me today, thank you. This is where I'm going to end it. But go and seriously think about what I'm talking about. Think about what I've said here today. Because most people don't even realize what sins are. They will justify any sin they have, or all sins. I stopped justifying it the moment I realized the truth.